Alright, welcome back everyone. Acts of Cruelty is next. It is the second game in this QR2 matchup between our three up here in the Northeast and the red team, the Silent Sentinels, in starting out here in the Southwest. They are going to be led once again by Honky, Jotun, Noel Gallagher, Kahn, Monty, Lizardking, Blonde, and Toxin are all here. Very interesting because I think Honky and Monty may have been the only two on this current lineup that were present last week. So we shall see how this team is able to work together. Here we have R3 Muse taking the role of captain here. Slate, Kremisi, K-Size 10, and Rat King are also present. So it's going to be a 6-on-8, it looks like. Favoring the Sentinel team. Now this is territories. Looks like there are some words back and forth. Rat King and Lizard King. Rat King and Lizard King, how appropriate. Bickering about the rules there. I'm not really sure what the issue is. Maybe it's the number of players being fielded. I wonder if it does count as a kill. If you kill an ambient spider, it counts as a kill on this map. Now that's something I was not aware of. That would be fairly useful to, although not really, because forest giants are just so overpowered. But it could be useful in vetting up a unit. So let's see, we do not have any Solus here for R3, and we do have a number of Solus here. Looks like we have 12 Solus to be exact, and this one already taking some damage. Not sure how that happened. I guess I should have seen that. Honestly, how did that one already take damage? So Sentinel's already off to kind of a rocky start here. Although they did vet up this one Solus. But we will see how this plays out. 6 Mortar Dwarves here for the Sentinels and 8 here for R3. We have 2 whites for R3 and
game on.
0 whites for the Sentinels. I think that may be wise, a wise decision for the Sentinels. Jotun.
Flag captured.
I was told that I should pay more attention to the chat, and I don't know. I feel like it may distract me from some of the gameplay, but some of it is kind of fascinating to see. There we have R3 popping their whites, grabbing that the small pus. Maybe if a large pus sometimes survives, like we see. Nope, that's a small pus there, so not this time. And so territories, both teams are going to fan out, try to take as many flags as possible for the end game.
Flag captured.
And Honky.
Flag captured.
Honky's just kind of telling us what we already know. There isn't much strategy. FGs need to win. Yes, the forest giants are super overpowered, and whichever team is able to keep their forest giants alive usually wins. I say usually because there are always exceptions. And there is some trash talking happening between these two teams. I get the impression that these two teams are not huge fans of each other. As I said, this is the last match that I was able to secure for review. And that is because it took so long for these teams to play, to arrive at a, arrive at a mutually you know, just a time to play for each other to show up and play. And there was a lot of trash talking on the forums and what have you, because they couldn't really agree on much of anything. So I think there's maybe some bad blood between these teams, although I'm fairly sure that not everybody
Flag captured.
on both of these teams shares that. It's just a few players, a few outspoken players, I should say. So we can see Sentinels taking the mid here. R3 kind of content to just defend the shoreline. You know, they may or may not spread out. Kramisi sending his doomed scout there, that poor berserk. And Monty kind of being confined to this hill area. Slate is going to be kind of chasing him around, but Monty, as we have seen, is quite skilled himself and able to adapt within the game fairly well. So we will see if Slate is going to be able to do anything with that. Oh, there we have a wasted small pus piece by the R3 team, kind of sending that pus goal into his doom. So R3 already taking a couple of losses, and with the two whites at the beginning, looks like Blonde's Mortar Dwarf almost taken out there, but not quite. Slate is going to keep the pressure on that middle force while keeping an eye out for Monty. Rat King does have the other forest giant.
Flag contested.
Slate keeping that pressure going on. Kramisi did take a little bit of damage to his Mortar Dwarf. Didn't exactly see how, but probably he got hit. Maybe he traded shots with Blonde, although Blonde does have a kill. And it is that goal that he killed. Maybe he traded a shot here with Jotun. Now it's 99% to 88% in favor of the Sentinels. Looks like Lizard King has the other forest giant for the Sentinel squad, and he is going to be slapping the... Oh! No, he avoids the pus. He didn't want to die there, so that was a nice defensive shot there by Muse, who is captaining. But Muse's goals... Muse's dwarves get frozen there, and they are going to be taken out here by Lizard King's forest giants. So kind of unfortunate there. Lizard King and Kahn doing some nice work tag teaming those units. 99%, 74%. This flag may be doomed. Lizard King not going to engage because he doesn't want to... Actually, he is going to engage. He's going to test those Thrall, making sure that they are guarding. And because Forest Giants are so much faster than Thrall, even though they're Thrall elite, a good player is able to navigate that Forest Giant without taking any losses, because the Thrall are so slow in turning around. They do get a couple of shots off, but nothing really significant there.
Flag captured. Flag.
So it doesn't look good for R3. I think they may have lost this game. Slate does lose his Forest Giant there to Pus and the surround by those Berserks. So yes, I think it's safe to say that I'd say it's safe to say that R3's lost this game.
Flag captured.
You know, R3 or Sentinels have both of their Forest Giants, and they're just going to be wiping out all of these units, and if not wiping them out directly, at least keeping them off balance for the rest of their team to come in and do what they can to wipe them out there. So nice counter pus there, but Is it going to
5
be
minutes
enough
remaining.
to take down Lizard King's Forest Giant or not? Looks like he is stoned there, and I don't believe there are any heals.
Flag
So
captured.
that Forest Giant will go down there. Everybody just kind of stood around, Honky stood around and let that goal undo that. Kind of interesting. But K-Size is going to lose all of his Berserks, and 10 almost loses some Berserks as well, but gets lucky,
Flag
Kahn,
captured.
with the dud there. So Monty and Rat King are going to have a little showdown. Rat King is kind of pissed that his team is losing. 26%, 67%. He's going to try to
Flag
take out
contested.
Monty's Forest Giant, and does
Flag
not.
captured.
Monty comes out on top. So, oh well. Now R3 is up in flags, but Sentinels were able to secure the north flag here and the center flag, so they will be winning the game. There's 4 minutes left, and so either they tag all of the remaining flags or they eliminate the remaining R3 forces. And all of these Berserks are so spread out, they're just going to be trying to the only thing they can hope to do is surprise flag Sentinels, and I just don't think they're going to be able to do that. Sentinels enjoying such a massive lead, 65% to 14%, and they do have Monty's remaining Forest Giant, Forest Giants are super fast. There we go, and just slapping units, kills them in one hit. Noel Gallagher pointing fingers. I think you should sit Kahn next game for letting Forest Giant get killed by a goal, but actually I think Honky kind of allowed that to happen too.
Flag captured.
But Kahn
Flag
agreeing, so
captured.
maybe, I don't know, maybe Kahn is at fault here too. And Rat King saying it's over. K-Size agreeing.
Flag contested.
Good games all around. So it's just a matter of time.
Flag captured.
Kramisi
Flag
trying to get another kill.
captured.
He is able to get that last
Flag
Mortar Dwarf
contested.
kill there. And yeah, Kahn's Mortar Dwarf is going to go down.
Flag captured.
That was kind of unexpected, I
Flag
have to say. Kahn suiciding all of his units, and 10 taking that flag, and just drawing this game out a little bit more than it should be drawn out. So yeah, Rat King comeback time. That's pretty hilarious. So 10 sending up his surviving, albeit nearly dead, Berserk force to north
Flag
to see what he can see. I mean, yeah, I guess your team is still in the game, but not really. Not in the end. You're just staving off the inevitable because of that Forest Giant, because of these Soulless hanging out on the hill. It's going to be very difficult, especially with all of these units here in the south, to hang on to every single flag with what remaining
captured.
units there are for the R3 force. So I just kind of see them as dragging out the inevitable. Rat King agrees. Good try. That would have been a game-changing move here by Kahn, except that Sentinels
1
already
minute
had
remaining.
such a large advantage in numbers. So there's 1 minute remaining, and really it's going to end right here
Flag
with the
captured.
taking of the southeast flag by Jotun. So not very close game, but we saw some interesting plays. And let's take a look at some of these numbers here. Rat King getting damage for his team. He did have a Forest Giant, but you know, nobody really doing that well for the R3 team, I have to say. 3 losses, 3 kills. You know, I guess he had those Berserks, so he kind of got lucky there. Slate 5 kills, 5 losses. You know, so even ratios or worse all around for the R3 team. And actually, Toxin and Noel Gallagher sat this game out, so it was 6-on-6 in the end. That escaped my eye, but Blonde doing very well, 192 damage. That is very significant. So we saw he kind of had the middle force, I believe, here. He must have done a lot of damage with his Mortar Dwarf and etc. etc. Lizard King, 23 kills. He did have the Forest Giant there that took out Muse. And, you know, Monty, 69 damage. So those are the numbers. It's tied up 1-1, and we're going to go ahead and move into game number 3.